You are listening to me talking to myself. Welcome to the podcast where I share useful tools to create more space, more freedom, inner peace, connection, and life on purpose. It is not easy to take time off, to prioritize ourselves, and to let go of the day-to-day responsibilities, roles, and attachments. We all want to have more time, specifically more time for ourselves. But we are scared to let other people down, to set boundaries and say no, to disappoint other people, so we disappoint ourselves instead by not doing it. We feel exhausted and drained, doing things that we don't like and that do not fulfill us. But we are afraid of letting them go because we don't think from abundance. We would love to be somewhere else, do something else, or be someone else. But we don't know what it is. We want more clarity, direction, and purpose. But we don't slow down to listen to that inner voice within. We search for something outside of us, not realizing that what we need and want is already within. We just need to slow down and listen. We feel tired and exhausted doing things that probably will not matter much in 10 years, do not fulfill us and excite us. But this is the way it's always been and should be, and everybody else is doing that too. When we wake up, we want to feel more energized after a full night of quality sleep, vital and excited. But we don't create a life that energizes, excites, and fulfills us. A life we don't need to escape from. We consume, read self-help books, and listen to podcasts, but we struggle to implement those new habits into our life. We don't have the discipline, the environment, the people to support us. We want deep connection to other people, but we struggle to connect to ourselves. And we need to connect to ourselves first, so we can connect to others and create deep, long-lasting relationships based on truth and love. We can't change anything without awareness. Awareness comes from slowing down, being the watcher, and having a look at where we are right now. Slowing down our actions and slowing down our thoughts, so we can direct them more intentionally. The mind is a tool that creates awareness. We need to take care of it first. We need to prioritize ourselves and our mental health so we can serve others more generously from a full cup. There is nothing more important than you and investing in yourself. It's not the time that we want. We just want to be more present with people, experiences, and life. There will never be more time than 24 hours a day. We can have more time by creating it for things that matter most. We all would love a holiday that would change our life. I'm recording this podcast as I'm hosting retreats. And one of the reasons why I started offering retreats as a tool to reset the mind and body is because I know from my own experience the importance of slowing down so we can speed up in a sense of thinking more clearly, setting priorities, and define or redefine our values. So welcome everyone. I'm Eleonora, yoga and meditation teacher, self-discipline coach, this podcast host, personal trainer, and in my previous life, model, artist, and fashion designer. Born in Ukraine, lived in Germany, and currently I am based in London, UK. I started my yoga and meditation journey when living in London and working in the fashion industry for very big and known names, which includes a very stressful environment. Not much sleep, never-ending deadlines, superficial values and relationships, and a constant fight and flight, survival state of the nervous system. Yoga and meditation gave me a sense of belonging and possibility, a community of like-minded people questioning everything and exploring their truth, meaning, and a deeper connection to themselves, their purpose, and the outside world. Yoga, movement, meditation, coaching, art, and travel have transformed my life and gave me many life-changing tools and guidance to lead myself through my own life and inspire and teach others to live a deeper, more meaningful, and purposeful life. Living in London, I'm very much aware of the constant pressure to produce, be in a rush, be busy, and do something. A retreat is an amazing opportunity to take a step back and distance yourself from your routine responsibilities and create space for rest, reset, reflection, clarity, fresh perspectives, and new possibilities to feel more fulfilled and live life on purpose. In this episode, I will talk about what is a retreat, why I believe retreats are so needed, and what you can expect to experience on a retreat. So let's dive into the magical world of retreats. Some of you listening have possibly never been on a retreat, so this podcast will clarify some questions and concerns you might have, and especially the question if a retreat is for you. So what is a retreat? A retreat is like a group holiday where people come together for an intention. It's a holiday with a purpose. If you practice yoga, you know that yoga has a lot of benefits and everybody comes to a class for a reason, with an intention, whatever that intention might be. Creating strength, flexibility, space, clarity, balance, peace, awareness, connection, community. You might not know exactly what it is, but you know that it makes you feel better. Your focus is better, your sleep is better, you make healthier choices, and your relationships are better. Especially the relationship with yourself, because this is where everything starts. A yoga class is an experience that transforms your life over time in some way. You uncover that better version of yourself in the process and your possibilities. We usually go on a holiday with an intention to come back rested, recharged, grounded, connected, inspired, peaceful, and with a clear vision of our next step in life. If you have a lot of discipline and you can create that environment by yourself, that is amazing. But even if you do, as humans, we need other humans to mirror back what we need to see in ourselves. We need that human connection, the real human connection that can only be created when we let go of those layers, masks, and labels. A retreat is an immersive experience that combines all the senses and tools for a transformative experience. People come together for a specifically defined purpose. It's like you creating your own little world for a week away from the usual environment. And people joining a retreat have some things in common. They like to travel. They're willing to step out of their comfort zone. They like to do yoga or meditate or handstand or move. But most importantly, they're curious about themselves. They like to grow and invest in themselves and their mind, because this is the most important tool we have as humans. A group of like-minded people who are on the same journey. When we go on holidays, we want to be present with what we experience, whether we know it or not. We want to make memories, and we want to feel carefree. We want to be able to switch off and just be, and fully focus on the here and now. We do that as children a lot. And it's so rare as an adult to have those moments or a day where you can just be in the now and you don't need to worry about anything or take care of anyone. The program is taken care of, the food, you have an amazing, beautiful home for a week. You're just going with the flow so you can really let your nervous system actually calm down and reset. And it is so rare that we have that in life. And that's why we need to create those moments of reset consciously. No jobs, no kids, no cooking or planning. It is also an opportunity for adults to make friends and deep connections with people who share that sense of adventure, that sense of expansion. And all that combines with travel, which is getting out of our comfort zone, being in a different environment, away from all the usual rules, expectations, and attachments. It creates a different reality where we can create a different identity, or, better said, explore more openly who we are and want to be. We can open up without being judged. We can show up without being expected to show up in a certain way. There are no co-workers, friends, family that have an exact idea of who we are or should be. And if we want to change something, we might find that our environment will try to push us back into who people think we are. So change is harder if we are staying in the same environment. When we are traveling and when we go on a retreat, nobody has any reference point as to who we are, so it is a great playground to create or practice a new identity. We can be more confident, less self-conscious, dress a different way, and see what's actually possible. And we have just been making ourselves smaller in our everyday life, which is generally the case. So many of us want to make the change, want to make the shift, but they just never take the time and space to get out of the environment to make that transformation. The time will never be there. This is something we need to prioritize and plan in. We need to make a decision that this matters, that I matter, and commit to that decision. And when we sit around and think, oh, I'll do it next year, the time passes by and we only have one life. So, what is it you would like to experience? This is the question I have asked myself quite a lot this year. What is it I would like to experience in life? And also ask yourself, what are your best and most precious memories from your life? They were probably not made in front of a screen. What do we usually remember? We remember spending time with friends, family, people, being on holidays, our achievements. We remember emotions, real emotions and real connection. In the end, I can guarantee there will be some kind of transformation for you. But as a retreat host, my job is to hold the space. I set an intention, I set some values, I create the environment. But I cannot create transformation for anyone. As always in life, what we put in is what we get out. In terms of creating time, showing up, being present, open up, connect. And the financial investment is there to obviously make this experience possible and also make you commit to that journey. If you're interested in joining a retreat and you would like to explore more, check out my website, envision-retreats.com. And if you are an aspiring coach and you would be interested in creating transformational experiences together, please contact me. All the details and upcoming dates are in the show notes. I would love and be honored to share my knowledge, tools, and passion for mind and body connection with you to create a deeper and more fulfilled life with the tools we all have within. Thank you for being curious. If you enjoyed listening, rate, review, subscribe, share, and join the conversation. Do not miss out on yourself, your power, and what is possible for you.